Hello guys, welcome to another update. It's been a while. I took a break for a little while and then I also decided to open up the Unreal Engine and I wanted to kind of explore the other engine and see what it's about. Well, I like the Unreal Engine and it's definitely good with certain things and definitely not very good with other things. Uh, I don't want to make this video about Unreal Engine because I could probably go on about it for a while. But suffice to say, I've decided that for making a space game, that Unity is probably a better engine to go with for a lot of reasons. But I want to go ahead and talk about what I'm doing and what I'm not doing. I've decided that I'm not going to be working on walking around on spaceships and stuff like that because it was too much work and it requires too much investment if you actually want to try to pull something off. And what I mean by that is actually build a game. It's really, I'm going to go as far as to say that it's not really possible to be done by one person. Especially if that person has kind of limited means and isn't a professional modeler. So what I'm doing is I'm going back to cockpit only, right? Because I believe I have enough experience now to say that you can definitely build a game from the cockpit of a spaceship from that perspective, because you don't require as much time investment in the modeling and the material work and all the things that would go along with trying to walk around on a spaceship, with animations and animation controllers and characters and just so much work and testing. Uh, but I want to go ahead and show you guys what I have been working on. And I retooled Galactic Armada. I stripped out all the walking around on spaceships, and I'm going back to the cockpit here. And I've been doing a lot with shaders in Unity. I actually learned quite a bit in Unreal because in Unreal you have to pretty much make all your shaders. So I actually would say that I advanced my knowledge and ability by learning the Unreal Engine for sure. Because when I came back to working with Unity and the Amplify node editor, shader editor, I knew quite a bit more about shaders. But this is my Planet Earth shader that I made. And I'm quite proud of it. It's not completely finished yet. Let's fly around here and get a good look at it. It is tessellated. The ocean is masked. As you can see, there's a normal map going on just the ocean there. Now this object is really, the Earth is pretty big. I'm just moving at extreme speeds. Now you may notice something pretty cool is I'm working on lighting the areas around the city lights. So I'm trying to get a lighting effect going so you just don't see the brightness of the city lights, but the surface area around the lights being lit up as well, which I made a mask for. If I go in closer here, you can see the kind of circle area around the lights where the surface albedo is lit up. I do need to do more a kind of gradient system. So I need to work on my mask there and make it more of a gradient so it's brighter around the light and then dimmer as it goes out in a radius. Another thing that I'm working on is a volumetric cloud system for the planet, which I do have working right now. I'm just not ready to show it. I don't think I would use it in a game because it's very resource intensive to create a volumetric cloud system that basically wraps around the planet. So you can see the lit areas around the lights. Now, if it was more of a gradient, it would actually look a lot better and more realistic. Another thing is the limitation in Unity is that, 8K texture resolution. You can't get any bigger than that unless you can't get any higher resolution than that unless you were to create some kind of customized system where you have a sphere mesh broke up into like quad chunks or chunks basically, where you UV that and then slice the ultra high resolution and then map it to the sphere. And I'm not sure if that's really worth the amount of time it would take to invest into building something like that to achieve a higher resolution, because the highest resolution Earth surface maps I've seen are about 16K. So I could get, if you put that kind of time in, you could get basically a double resolution on the surface. Now, for what I'm building for Galactic Armada, I'm not gonna be landing on planets, so I don't need, that high resolution because the planets are basically just environment background objects. Another thing that I do want to do, though, aside from just a tech demo of a volumetric cloud system for the planet, is I want to light the clouds up as they pass over the night side city lights. So that should be interesting to do as well. You may notice I do have been working on the HUD in the steering, so oh yeah, so I'm also stripping out the procedural galaxy, and I'm going to be handcrafting the few star systems for the game. So I'm scaling everything down pretty significantly to make it doable by one person. When I, basically was experimenting with walking around on spaceships, I really wanted to do something with that, but reality kind of sets in pretty quickly as you keep expanding the software, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and you got to do more and more testing, and it just gets kind of ridiculous for one person to try to do that on their own. So if anyone's been watching my videos and you want to walk around on spaceships and build a game and you have big dreams, I wish you the best of luck. That's all I can say about that. So I'm going back to just a cockpit based game, which I believe is definitely doable by a single person, because you don't have all that extra work piled on, and you can just focus on building the game. I can focus on the flight controller for a while. I can focus on just the environment, and then I free up my time to work on the user interface. And so basically just those three things: the user interface, the environment, the AI, and the weapon systems and the ships. So all my time dedicated just to those things and nothing else. Anyways, guys, expect some more updates to come. I am working on the game again now, and I'm very, very focused on what I'm doing. So I should be able to push out some actual updates and make some real progress on building a game. Thank you for watching. Have a blessed day.